All right, going along with that little announcement. Um, One of the things that has come out that I just wanted to touch on that I thought was quite interesting is Isabella Merced, who's playing Hawkgirl. She posted a little her placard, which is you can see here, and what people noticed was the Superman symbol, um, which is a very distinct Superman symbol. And people have kind of been extrapolating what they think this might mean for the Superman Legacy film. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the comics, that Superman symbol is the same symbol that is on Superman's chest in Kingdom Come. If you're not a fan of comic books, or if you've never read comic books, so they seem a bit intimidating for you, um, Kingdom Come is a great graphic novel. It's a complete story from beginning to end. It took like 2 years to do the artwork for. It's a really awesome book. I really appreciate it. It's all painted and beautifully done. Um, and the story itself is fascinating. Uh, the challenge, like we've spoken about before, is that with Superman, he's just overpowered. He's just an OP character, and it can be difficult telling a story with him or having a real threat to him when he's just so powerful. And they found interesting ways to tell his story in the comic books, and Kingdom Come's one of them. Essentially, the story of Kingdom Come is that Superman's essentially retired. He wasn't living up to what people expected him to be. He wasn't controlling things as much as he wanted because of his principles. And another kind of superhero, anti-hero comes along, um, and it ends up being the result of and death of Lois Lane, and he retires as Superman because people say they want someone who can kill, and this new character comes along and he's willing to kill. It puts the comic book world into pandemonium, and they kind of reach out to Superman to say, "Can you come back and restore order here because we need you?" The story is great because similar to what we've kind of chatted about with this, the casting of Superman Legacy is there are like hundreds of superheroes in this comic book, you know, and it's in the future, so we don't necessarily know who they all are. They're just like lots of superheroes, and he comes in to kind of do this. Now, obviously, um, Corin Sweat isn't playing an older Superman. So we can look at potentially how this might be adapted and how this kind of story might be. But I've seen a lot of people talking about Kingdom Come. But the thing is that the symbol is also quite similar to Superman and the Authority, a more recent comic book that has come out in 2021, sorry, by Grant Morrison. His last official project for DC, and it's an interesting story in that it explores Superman at a stage he's older again, um, but there's parts that I feel like are more adaptable to a modern day story than necessarily Kingdom Come might be. Uh, Superman and the Authority, and again, the Authority is a film that's part of James Gunn's upcoming lineup. So we can assume that maybe he might be drawing from Superman and the Authority more so than Kingdom Come. I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing. And Superman and the Authority is a very fascinating story because what it does is it puts Superman in a position where he's promised essentially to the world that he would create order, he would create a safe place, and going with the principles that he's followed throughout this period, he's now older and he hasn't been able to do that. Having been let down by this idea that he was going to be this symbol, this person to be able to create this order, and having not done it, he's also in a position where he's starting to lose his powers. He can't really fly. He's not as strong, and they've kind of taken away that overpowered aspect of him a little bit. And what Superman's looking to do at this stage is now he's looking to recruit people who aren't necessarily there to create, or not necessarily because of who they are in a way in the symbol that he used to hold, but more people that are going to just get the job done in the Authority. He putting together this team, the Authority. That's interesting. that's an interesting take on this, and I think potentially there's more to take from that than Kingdom Come. Them both having the same or similar symbols with the black in the logo and the big S. So look, I just wanted to touch on that, and I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit because I think it's interesting to explore potentially where the Superman film might be going. He might do none of those things, and this just might be a Superman symbol that it's just different from the others, and it's just the promotional part that they put on there. But we never know. You know, they could do anything. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is indicative of the comics, that he's going to draw a lot from Superman and the Authority or Kingdom Come? Have you read those? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.